Welcome to Kibois Breeders. My name is Isaac Osgei, the proprietor of Kibois Breeders Limited. Today we are turning 4 years old and we are happy to celebrate with you by officially starting our YouTube channel that we will use to educate you guys, our fans and friends on DOA Farming. We started during the pandemic period in the year 2020. And in those 4 years, we've seen tremendous growth and success in the farm. We started with only 5 animals on a small piece of land. But right now we are proud to say that we have 50 animals on this block that we opened last year. This is our Mosop farm. We opened last year. And we also have another 100 animals back where we were. So right now, from 5 animals in the year 2020, we are now at 150 animals, and we've also connected, served, and empowered communities with thousands of dorper sheep, because we believe that dorper sheep farming is wealth, and it is for everybody. It is for the smallholder farmer. It is for the large-scale farmers. It is for the elite farmers. This is the kind of farming that is meant to transform livelihoods of rural communities. It's meant to transform livelihoods and improve the economy of the country. And we urge everybody, obviously, to embrace DOA farming for the success of livestock in the country. Thank you. We specialize in dorper sheep farming under zero grazing, gala goat farming, free range, though that is best in a dry as semi-arid areas of Elgeyo Marakwet, and then we also do potato farming. And today is our 4th anniversary. We started with 5 animals in the year 2020. Right now, we are proud to say that we have 150 dorper sheep. And not only that, we imported pedigree rams from South Africa, 2 of them, because we believe that because we are very passionate about this farming. We imported 2 quality rams from South Africa. We started dorper sheep farming in 2020. And because of the lockdown, it forced us to stay home. We couldn't move anywhere else, and we decided that the best way to spend time was to focus on an innovative enterprise that can generate income and at the same time make use of the valuable time at home. So we ventured into dorper sheep farming, and first of all we did our research, and we found that there's a huge demand for sheep and goat farming in the Arab countries. Very, very huge. So Saudi Arabia, Oman, Iran, each of them during their festivals take up to 30,000 animals per country per year. Iran takes up to 200,000 from East Africa, not just Kenya. And the previous administration had already started those discussions, and we took advantage of that and realized that we could actually go full-time into breeding. And again, doing our research, we found that the markets out there require animals that on a minimum are 40 kilos. And what we found is that for the local farmers, the animals that they keep cannot get to that level. They are on 20 kilos and it takes them 2 years. So we decided then, what are other countries doing different? And we saw that, for example, South Africans are perfected on the journey, their breeding journey. They are able to produce top quality animals because they are keen on the breeding values of each and every breed that they focus on. And so we quickly then moved to South Africa, imported our 2 rams, and now started our journey to breed animals that can gain twice the weight at half the time. Dorper sheep rams can go up to 100. Our ram that you saw here is 140 kilos. Another one is 128 kilos as of last week. And you know, they keep changing. Obviously, when they serve, they drop a bit, then they increase again. So when you have an animal that is 140, 150 kilos, it means that if you're to slaughter that animal, you're going to get half of it as the meat, then the rest are obviously offals. So that means that you're going to get 70 kilos of meat from that ram if you were to slaughter. But obviously that is not the work of the ram that we imported. We imported the ram to change the genetics of the farm. A ram, as they say, is half the flock. So we imported that ram to change the genetics of the farm and improve the quality of our animals. And we've seen tremendous progress in the last 2 years when we started importing the rams. We are able to now produce very superior genetics that we have served farmers across the region. And we've also empowered so many youth as Kibois Breeders. And the kind of market that we've served is up to 5,000 animals. So the inspiration for me to venture into dorper sheep farming was brought about by the fact that we saw a huge demand. And you know, as a young farmer, when you see that there's a place that you can make money, obviously you will focus on that. The other thing was we noted that the challenge from the importers, the place that we export, for example, if you were to take to Arab countries, the Gulf, they would want an animal that on the lower side is 45 kilos. And since the local breeds could only go to 40 kilos, 30 kilos, 35 at most, then we saw a very huge gap. And we decided that we're going to walk this journey to empower these farmers so that as a country we're able to produce high quality animals and focus on the breeding journey. Because we saw the gap in breeding across the region, and we also saw the lack of knowledge transfer. People do not know how to breed animals. You find someone using a ram that can produce young ones that the same ram will serve their offsprings and even their great grandchildren. And with that, it messes up with the quality of livestock. The growth rate will obviously go down, the production will go down, and all that has led us to where we are. And we saw that we could take advantage of that by training farmers and empowering them on this dorper farming journey, so that when we get the demand and when there's a market, we're able to very quickly aggregate animals and supply farmers from across the region. This is the kind of feeds that we have for the animals. Once we do bone marrows and silage in the morning, this is the feed that we also have for them during the midday break. And so that's what we give. So this is the quality of feeds that we give our animals. This is silage. We harvested in July of last year, and you can see with the 50 animals is enough to feed the animals in a day. One big bale like that. And this is boma rods. So for boma rods, we mix them in the morning with silage, and this is what we give our animals in the course of the from morning and also in the afternoon. And I'll explain as I mix the ratios. And this is sheep meal. Sheep meal. We do 100 grams per animal per day at lipidem. That means that we do not separate animals and say we are giving each one 100 grams. We just know that we have 15 animals here, so we give them 1.5 kilos a day. For those ones that are not lactating, we only give 50 grams per animal per day. And for the rams that we want to bring them back in shape, we also do 100 grams per day. So this is enough to last us for the day. And this is a mixture of, we grow our own maize here. The only thing that we are buying so that we save on cost is wheat bran, soya, and sunflower. Generally the proteins is what we buy, and a bit of wheat bran to just stop. But we grow 60% of this feed is maize, and the maize we grow it ourselves. Yeah. So for Napier grass, we only give them once in a day, and not so much, because what we are looking for here is vitamins. So we look for vitamins in this, and this forms the ratio of our feeds for the day. So we give Napier grass early in the morning, as soon as we are done with boma rods and silage, and then we come in with we do the three feeds, which is boma rods, silage, and sheep meal, and then we just come in with Napier grass separate for the vitamins, because we're looking for the vitamins here, and that gives you the results that you see in our sheep. So this is how we do what we do. So for our feeding ratio, we give boma rods like this, and then mix the boma rods with silage together. And once you mix, we also had sheep meal this way, and then we mix all of them together like this. We mix all of them together that way, and that ensures that the level is the quality is good, and this is a full ratio for the sheep. Once they have this in the morning, midday, and evening, we are done for the day. So each animal would do roughly 2 to 3 kilos per day, and that is enough good ration to last them for the day. And you can see the kind of results. And we come in with Napier grass later to add in on the Napier. And then for the young ones, I also want to show you something. And creep feeding, we make sure that we give the lambs a special meal. So what we noted is that lambs, for example, these ones are 2 months old. We only give them, they do not like boma rods and silage so much, so we give them a lot of greens. And most importantly, we also give them the sheep meal. So this kind of ratio is enough to bring them up, and we will see a very fast growth in the animals. So by mixing just sheep meal and boma rods, and for them it's only 40 to 50 grams per lamb per day, plus the green grass, the Napier grass, Super Napier Pakchong. So a mix of Super Napier Pakchong and sheep meal is enough to bring these lambs up within a very short time, and their growth rate is so fast, so we are able to wean them within 80 days. On the 80, these ones were born in January, and we should be able to wean them now, end of this month. So we are weaning them this week. You can see they have already grown. They are already on 20 kilos. and this is what we are focusing on for the month. So this is another group. These are the winners. We just served them with, let me check that again. So this is a group of the dry ewes, and we are here serving them, feeding them. We have already served them a month ago, so all of them are 1 month in lamb. And so this is, for them, we will increase the ratio of green grass. We will increase their rate of vitamins, Supernapier pachong, on the last month before they lamp down. But also at this time, we are feeding them with 50 grams per day of sheep meal, and just the normal ratio for boma rods and silage. For the rest, it's 50 grams per day, and that is what we feed them on. They do not have so much demands right now until the last 2 months before they lamp down. That is when now the demand will go up, and we need to feed them well to be able to give us big lambs and a faster growth. As I said, we also give them sunflower vines, highly nutritious in vitamins, and they make sure that the animals come on heat. And we are also going to have a good tuning rate with this type of meals. So thank you very much. So these two are the farm sires. We imported both of them from South Africa. And there's an interesting thing that I want to show you. So this is Trailblazer. He has not been serving and is very well in shape. And Nail Pickers here has just finished serving this group, and you can see there's a slight drop in the shape, and that is why we want to bring him back to shape. We're feeding them a good ratio to ensure that we bring them back to shape. And normally they only serve the ewes for 6 weeks and take a break of 6 weeks. So they only serve ewes for 6 weeks and take a 6 weeks break. Reason is we want to plan our breeding program. We do not want to have lambs a scenario where you wake up in the morning and you have lambs anyhowly unplanned. What we do is that we plan our breeding program in such a way that we serve all the animals within 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, we come back and allow the ram to take a break. We feed him well so that he gets in shape. Then we bring in another round of ewes again, which is around 40, because the ram normally serves 40 ewes per month, or rather in a breeding program of 6 weeks. So once we bring in a new group, then we are able to now have a system whereby every 2 months we get lambs, every 2 months we get lambing, and we are able to do all the other operations together. So thank you very much.